Hello, welcome to the second session of Sed Jin Sed Çîrok from the project of Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls, the books that I like so much, and the aim is to let 100 women to read stories. So each woman will read one story. Today we are with Julie, and she also chose one story for us, and I'm very curious. Hello, Julie.
Hello, Diva.
Welcome to the second session.
Thank you.
And if you are ready, you can read, and you can say which one you choose first, maybe.
I choose Isabel Allende, the writer.
And you can start to share with us.
Okay. Not long time ago in Chile, there lived a passionate young girl called Isabel. Isabel protested every time she was treated differently for being a girl. Whenever someone told her she could not do something because she was a girl, her heart ignited with indignation. She loved writing and was fascinated by people and their life stories. So she decided to become a journalist. One day, she interviewed a famous Chilean poet called Pablo Neruda. You have such a vivid imagination. You should be writing novels, not articles for newspaper, he told her. A few years later, Isabel got some sad news. Her grandfather was dying. She was far from home in Venezuela and could not go back to Chile to visit him, so she started writing him a letter. Once she started writing, she found she couldn't stop. She wrote about her family, about people who were alive and people who were dead. She wrote about a cruel dictator, about passionate love stories, a terrible earthquake, supernatural powers and ghosts. The letter grew so long that it turned into a novel. The House of the Spirit became widely successful, making Isabel one of the most famous novelists of our time. She was writing 20 more books and won more than 50 literary awards. That was the story.
Thank you very much, Julia. I think the one who are interested in the story, they can find in the book anyway. And I find it very interesting how Pablo Neruda somehow gave inspirational comment on her writing, and it seems like a life change touch. What do you think?
What I think about?
Yeah, about the story and about this touch that somebody is somehow give inspiration.
I think it's important to remember. It's a good inspiration that every time we meet a person, we need to be aware that we have a part of their life in our hands. You could say. So when we meet someone, we must be aware. What do we tell them, and how? Maybe small things. Maybe it's just a thought of his mind, and that can change a person's life.
Yeah.
In a big way.
Yeah. And my question would be to you, and what made you choose this story?
Why I choose this story?
Yeah, because I started with a story, and I said, what makes me choose this story? Mine was also a writer.
Yeah.
And I said, what makes with me and why I chose. If you have also any connection.
Yeah, I think the House of the Spirits was one of the very first books I remember reading as a teenage girl. And I remember being so absorbed into the book and into this universe of this woman. And I wanted to read more of her books. So as a teenager, I read a lot of books from Isabel Allende. So it was, and I was really fascinated, I think, both from the cruelty she describes against women and against people who has less fortunate lives in regard to money or in regard to, mostly not being upper class.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it really inspirational. I dreamed at that time of being an author, of being a writer, and I also she was a socialist woman.
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friends, her father was a socialist from Chile as well. So I think his stories and her stories and his life and the things she told, they were combined for me. But also this fight in every country to protect the lives of people who are less fortunate or also emancipate.
Mm-hmm.
And so I also wanted to become a politician or to I got a lot of inspiration from her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe, I don't know if it's that, but as I went into politics,
mm-hmm.
it might have been also,
Mm-hmm.
she's a part of my roots or on my history, because she was so important at that time.
Yeah. So she was also wanting to be a journalist, and then she changed and she became a writer, so we never know where the path is going to be.
It can go in many directions.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit more about you and your story? I feel like we touched already about you, that you are doing politics, and you want to say a bit more? Or what?
I think my story is, there's a lot of stories, but right now I'm a teacher at it is in Denmark, called a university college.
In Denmark, no?
Yeah.
No.
I'm from Denmark as well. I teach people to become pedagogues, working with adults and working with children. Then I'm active in politics, fighting for having more higher priority of social matters and also environmental matters. I think that is me right now.
Mm-hmm. And if you ever write a book, we will know more.
Yeah, then you can. Maybe I should write sometime when I get the time and energy for it. I could write a novel, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, because
if I find myself good enough.
Then the inspirational path can go on from Pablo and Rhonda to Isabel and then to Julia.
But I think there's a lot of way we can move and touch each other as people.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Julia. If you have last word, please say it.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you.